Building Your Wealth from Scratch, a beginner's guide to smart investments.
Chapter 4, Your Financial Toolkit, Budgeting, Your Roadmap to Wealth. Budgeting is like drawing a treasure map for your financial future, guiding you through the wilderness of expenses and savings toward the golden chest of wealth. Imagine setting off on a grand adventure without a map. You'd likely end up lost, wandering aimlessly, and maybe even stumbling into a swamp of debt. But fear not. With a solid budget in hand, you can navigate your path with confidence, ensuring that every dollar you earn is working hard for you, rather than disappearing into the abyss of impulse buys. First things first, let's talk about the magic of tracking your income and expenses. It's like being the captain of your ship, keeping tabs on where every coin is going. Start by jotting down your income sources, salaries, side hustles, or that occasional surprise gift from a generous aunt. Next, list all your expenses, from the essentials like rent and groceries to those sneaky little luxuries that can add up faster than you can say latte. Once you have a clear picture, you'll be ready to chart your course. Now, it's time to create categories that reflect your spending habits. Picture this as organizing your treasure chest. You've got your essentials, savings, and fun money all neatly stored away. This way, you can see at a glance how much you need for your must-haves versus what you can play around with. Set aside a portion of your income to fill your savings jar. Think of it as planting seeds for future financial growth. You'll find that budgeting doesn't have to be a chore. It can be a delightful game of resource management. As you sail through the budgeting waters, remember that flexibility is key. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes you'll encounter unexpected waves, like car repairs or surprise bills. That's why having a buffer in your budget is like carrying a life raft. When the sea gets choppy, you'll be glad you prepared. Review your budget regularly, adjusting it as needed to accommodate those pesky life events while still keeping your eyes on the treasure ahead. In the end, budgeting is not just about restriction, it's about empowerment. By having a clear roadmap, you can make informed decisions that align with your financial goals. The more you engage with your budget, the more control you'll feel over your finances. So, hoist the sails, embrace the adventure, and enjoy the thrill of watching your wealth grow. With each budgeting session, you're not just managing money, you're building a brighter, wealthier future for yourself. Happy treasure hunting. Emergency funds, your safety net. Emergency funds are like the trusty umbrella you keep in your closet, often overlooked until that unexpected rainstorm hits. Imagine you're cruising along, feeling great about your finances, when suddenly your car breaks down or a surprise medical bill lands in your lap. Having an emergency fund is your financial safety net, ensuring that you can tackle these curveballs without resorting to credit cards or high-interest loans. So, let's dive into why building this cushion is essential and how to make it happen. First things first, how much should you stash away in your emergency fund? A common rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Think of it as your financial superhero cape, enough to keep you afloat during unexpected times without sacrificing your daily lattes or that Netflix subscription. If you're just starting out, don't feel overwhelmed. Every little bit counts. Even setting aside a small amount each month can gradually build a robust fund that can save you from financial panic when life throws you surprises. Now, let's talk about where to park your emergency fund. The key is to keep it accessible but not too tempting. You don't want to dip into this stash for spontaneous pizza nights or impulse buys. A high-yield savings account is a great option, offering interest while keeping your funds safe and easy to access. It's like a cozy little nest egg that's just waiting for you in case of a rainy day, but not so cozy that you want to crack it open for a casual splurge. Once you've got your emergency fund up and running, it's time to celebrate. You've taken a significant step toward financial security, and that's no small feat. But remember, maintaining this fund is just as important as building it. Life changes, and so do your expenses. Regularly reassess your fund to ensure it's keeping pace with your lifestyle. If you get a raise, have a new baby, or move to a pricier neighborhood, adjust your savings goal accordingly. Think of it as a game, leveling up your financial strategy to accommodate your growing needs. Lastly, let's sprinkle in some motivation. Building an emergency fund is not just a financial task, it's a lifestyle choice. Each dollar you tuck away is a step toward peace of mind, freeing you from the anxiety of unforeseen expenses. Picture yourself in a sticky situation, and instead of panicking, you smile because you know you've got an emergency fund ready to swoop in and save the day. So get started today. Your future self will thank you for the financial superpowers you're cultivating. Understanding investment accounts. Where to park your cash. When it comes to investing, one of the first things you need to tackle is where to park your cash. Think of investment accounts like different parking lots, each with its own vibe and benefits. Some are all about short-term convenience, while others are more suited for long-term growth. So, buckle up as we navigate through the various investment accounts that can help you make the most of your hard-earned money. First up, we have the trusty savings account. This is like your local coffee shop, familiar, cozy, and great for quick stops. A savings account is perfect for those cash reserves you want to keep handy for emergencies or short-term goals. The interest rates might not make your heart race, but it's a safe place to stash your cash while earning a little something on the side. Just remember, if you're parking your money here, you're not going to see it grow at the pace of a race car, more like a leisurely stroll in the park. Next, let's rev up to the world of certificates of deposit CDs. Picture these as your luxury parking garage, secure and with a bit more flair. CDs require you to lock away your money for a set period in exchange for a higher interest rate than a regular savings account. It's a great option if you can resist the urge to dip into your funds for a while. The catch? If you decide to break the lease early, you might face some fees. But hey, if you're committed to saving, this can be a great way to earn a little more without too much risk. For those ready to hit the investment highway, brokerage accounts are where the action is. Think of these accounts as your sports car, built for speed and performance. With a brokerage account, you can buy and sell stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and more. This is where the magic happens, and you can let your money work for you. Just remember, investing in the stock market can be a bit like a roller coaster ride, thrilling but sometimes a little scary. So, buckle up and do your research to navigate the twists and turns of market fluctuations. Last but not least, let's not forget about retirement accounts, like IRAs or 401ks. These accounts are like the special VIP parking spots reserved for your future self. They come with tax advantages that can help your savings grow over time, making them a smart choice for long-term wealth building. While you can't access these funds until you're a bit older, like waiting for the next big concert, the sooner you start, the more you can benefit from compound interest. So even if you initially feel like you're parked far away from your financial goals, just remember that this is a long-term play that pays off. Now that you have a sense of where to park your cash, it's time to get strategic. Each type of account has its own role in your financial journey. Whether you're looking to save for a short-term goal or building a nest egg for the future, by understanding the different investment accounts available, you can make informed decisions that align with your financial objectives and keep your money working hard for you. So, grab your keys and start your journey toward wealth building.